everyone, and welcome to another episode of ASMR Reality. Tonight, we are going to take a tour of The One. That is the name of the home. Let me give you a quick sneak peek. This is the home. The One in Los Angeles, California. Let me read off a few details. By the way, I will be doing an audible whisper when we do the home tour, but for now, I want to let you understand what this is. 42 full bathrooms, 21 bedrooms. It's got its own nightclub. It's got its own hair salon. It's got a 4-lane bowling alley. It's got its own mega theater. It has 7 pools. It's got a 10,000 square foot rooftop deck. It's got a 4,000 square foot guest house. It's got a candy room. It's got 25-foot ceilings. This thing is amazing. The builder originally intended to ask $500 million for it. Ended up going to auction because he had to go through bankruptcy and sold for $126 million at an auction. But look at that thing. Okay. Crazy. So we are going to go through this now. I obviously did not get to walk through this house. I am in Indiana. I'm not in California. But I've promised in an audible video, so as we start this tour, I'm doing an audible whispering. Okay, let's get started. And here we go. This is the exterior of the building. You can see the marble entrance. Almost the whole thing is marble. The outside, the door slid in to the building. This is the foyer. I forgot I was supposed to do an audible, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk through 25-foot ceilings in this house. It's just unbelievable. That feature does spin around. Look at the views out those massive windows. I can't imagine if I was the real estate agent on this, what I would get paid for selling this house. It would be crazy. Nearly unbelievable. Just fascinating. Some people, the money they have is just like unbelievable. The amount of money that some people can spend. Truly opulent. I don't even think I could actually be comfortable in a house like that. That is the office. Imagine that being your home office with a balcony overlooking your home office. It just doesn't even seem that can be real. All the toilets, 49 toilets in the house. Just amazing. You can go through this house. I wonder how many of you guys would actually like to live in a house like this. I just don't even know that we would be able to do it. Even just like imagining furnishing the house, it's over 105,000 square feet. It just seems almost unbelievable. But it's kind of cool to walk through and actually kind of look at it. To me, like, the number one thing that I would be the most interested in seeing is like the views as you look out the house. It just seems to be, that's what I would like the most. Just sit there, just look out the view. I wouldn't even need to be inside the house. I could be like outside all the time, just looking at the view of the city and then the view of the ocean as well. Because they call Los Angeles the city of angels. Those wings are like angel wings. Back through the foyer, all that, the walls just slide open nearly everywhere on this entire house. 20 people can sit at that dining room table. Those lights are probably, everything in that house. It's just over the top. even, but here's the other thing, is that if you think about, like, 500 million is like $500 million. And people like Elon Musk have like $200 billion. So he could buy that and it would not even affect him. But it would cost, I would say, wow, I bet $1 million a year in maintenance, if not more. So even at that, that wouldn't really, just wouldn't face somebody like that. Having its own nightclub, I mean, you could host people, you could host parties with like 1,000 people there. It's that big. I guess when it actually sold at auction, it actually had 6 people bidding on it. So there's definitely a lot of people can afford it. Look at those views. That's just unbelievable. I mean, it's like outdoor living. I mean, you're outside, but that's the other thing about Los Angeles. It's like 75 degrees there all year round, so they can live outside basically in the winter. You know, it's still 70 degrees and sunny there. This woman was talking about something about the house. I don't know what she's saying. This is talking about the nightclub. Yeah, I probably should have cut this part out, but I forgot that she talked about it there in the middle of it. She's up, maybe she is at the house. I actually think she is there because of the views outside, so she is actually at the house. She's part of the real estate team that's selling the house. Maybe he walked through it already. I don't know. Gosh. It is. I think the architecture is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Now he's going down in the basement. I knew he was still doing it. I forget what she was actually talking about. That inset LED lighting is very cool going up the stairs. Some of you guys really, I know there's a lot of you that listen to this that actually have some interest in getting into real estate, and it is really fun going to like multiple different houses, looking around at everything. It's a 50-car garage, I love that it's dark down there. It's just cool. And likely the person that buys that is going to have a hell of a car collection down there. I can't wrap my head around what it must be like to live in places like that. You know, people like LeBron James and Beyonce, Taylor Swift, people like that, that's how they live. And we pay for it by supporting them. It just doesn't, it's just, to me, it's mind-boggling. I understand, but, they work and they make money. People are willing to pay. It's just the way the system works, and it's legitimate. So, we're sure not going to do anything to stop it. The world's going to keep on turning, and all this is going to keep on going. But, for years, this thing took, I think, 5 years to build. So you can imagine how many people worked on this thing. But, seeing it all the way through, and like people that put in the finishing touches. I mean, all the way from people on the bulldozer on the ground when they're leveling the ground, to pouring the concrete foundations, to building the pools, to putting the windows in, to the electricians running the wiring, the plumbers doing the plumbing, the decorators, the finishers. I just cannot even imagine how much manpower went into making this, and how there's an indoor pool back there, but he's gonna wait for that part. Another powder room. These are like half baths. That artwork is not covered. That's the artwork itself. That's the art. He mentions it in the tour that art is very unique. These are the restrooms for the pool. His and hers. Look at this home gym. It's like as big as like a regular gym facility. Like a commercial grade gym. TVs everywhere. I mean, again, just the madness of having everything you would need. I mean, you would have chefs there, you would have janitors there, you would have landscape people there, you would have pool people there, literally, probably full time every day. I'm sure there would be live-in maids. I think that's the workout bar where only to make smoothies. That's the smoothie bar. Just a bar just for smoothies, right outside the gym. Good Lord, this is the indoor pool. She goes on to talk about the pool. It's a triple osmosis and it's salt water. Yeah, she talks about the details that went into the pool, and it even has its own cold plunge. That's a live wall. Those plants are actually alive. I don't know how it actually. It's got a sauna, of course, and a steam room. There's the steam room, a separate steam room, and a sauna. Yeah, these real estate agents are probably among the richest in the country when they're selling real estate like this. I mean, I bet just to sell this, I bet the real estate agent's cut was probably somewhere around $1 million. The color changing is so cool. Yeah, it's so it's just so over the top. I'm trying to think about that live wall and how they actually are able to do it, but I just really I don't understand. There must be something behind it that maybe it's water source or something. I don't know. I'm just not sure. I think that was a guest room. Oh, no, that is the spa where you can do massages. Massive chandelier. This is the hair salon. Crazy. There's a pedicure station, hair wash stations, barber stations. Oh gosh, like kind of is a little bit retro with the red walls, but it is truly some of that is just absolutely beautiful. But I mean, somebody is actually bought this. Someone is living in this house right now. This video tour was taken 2 years ago, prior to it being sold at the auction. But the person that bought it now lives there. If you can imagine. Yeah. Gosh. That's crazy that they had all of the shoes available for different sizes. Golf simulator. If I was walking through this house with somebody, I would almost just I would say very little. I would say the basics, as we approached the bowling alley, I would say, and this is the 4-lane bowling alley. All professional grade. And just let them take it in. I mean, I think this house would wow even like the richest of rich. Because I just don't know that there is. I mean, I suppose this you would have to really be into modern architecture because this house is ultra modern. I don't know what that. Oh, this is the bar, tequila bar. This is a tequila bar, a separate tequila only bar. I want you to see the movie theater because it is like a commercial grade movie theater. I think this. No, maybe that's where they're going next. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe 7. Him going one side and yeah, this is where, is this the movie theater? No, this is the candy room. I mean, a separate room just for candy. I mean, good God. I mean, think about, you couldn't, how many years would it take to eat all those gumballs? I mean, how much just the gum in that room cost? Here it is. Here's the movie theater. So just like a traditional movie theater, you can go to each side and like enter from each side. Yeah. I mean, it is a movie theater size screen. Obviously, much better seating than a traditional theater, but that's what you call a home theater. Yeah. That's watching it on the big screen at home. You know, some movies I like to go to the movies to watch, but that is, you would not have to go to the movies to watch this. You would have all that. It's folding his back. I don't think he noticed it. Oh, there he noticed it was folding his back. Power seating there. Yeah, it's just unreal. I don't know where we're going next here. Oh, outdoor. This is the nightclub. So they were talking about having like charity events there with like DJs and I mean the size of parties you could have there. That's what I would struggle with because I don't even know enough people to invite. I mean, I guess I could have my client appreciation events here because I have about, all total, I have about 3,000 clients. Look, I guess I could also have an ASMR reality event there. I promise you guys, if I ever, no, I just would never get something like that. Probably what I would do is if I ever did, like, somehow, if I invented something or if I did something that really made me, I don't play the lottery, so I can never win the lottery, but if I somehow were to accomplish something, like, unbelievable and come up with a ton of money, I would have a all expense paid trip somewhere. We would rent something out and have an ASMR reality convention where I would pay for you guys to all come somewhere for us to hang out for a day or maybe for a weekend. I don't know. I find it hard to travel because I just don't like to leave my animals. I can imagine a few dogs running around in there. Now this is the upstairs. Now this is where he shows the overlook of the home office. The home office is kind of where we started the tour, and that's now where he's showing the balcony that's in the home office. But if I had a home office, I wouldn't want people to be able to come and look at me. I would want privacy in my home office, so I don't know if I like that idea. the house just goes for days and days. Just, there's so many. We have 21, was it 21 bedrooms? Yeah, 21 bedrooms, not counting the guest house, and 42 full baths and 7 half baths. That's just unbelievable. I keep saying unbelievable. I've probably said unbelievable. That was number 77. I'll try to stop. I'll try to come up with another adjective. Part of my problem is I watched this already, so I'm not seeing it for the first time. And it's also harder because the first time I watched it, I listened to him explain everything. And now as I watch it back, I don't recall exactly what each room was, but obviously we can tell what a bedroom is. The other thing too is there are a lot of moments of silence in the actual video where he's just walking and not saying anything. But in my video, I need to keep talking to you because I need to not have a lot of silence. That's one of the challenging things about making a video like this is really any ASMR video. You don't want a lot of silence. You don't want a lot of moments where there's no actual whispering going on. I'm hopeful that you guys are appreciative of an inaudible, and I'm hopeful that you are considering this inaudible, even though it is a little bit different. I'm sure you can kind of understand what I'm saying. He's talking about the support beam. They put the support beam inside the house so that they could open up the entire window system. You can see the ocean out there. I'm sure, like, the view from here, it's hard to tell, but if you're there, I'm sure it's completely different. There's no carpet in that house. It's all hardwoods and marble. Everything is, I'm sure everything in that thing is just unbelievably expensive. There was another unbelievable. I think how much of that would never be used, literally. I mean, there's like 15 living rooms, 15 sitting areas. I haven't even been able to keep count of all the TVs that are in there. And I just don't even know how they're able to ensure that everything works. And can you imagine, like, what they had to do to ensure that the engineering, the architecture, the design, to make sure that you didn't forget a plumb or a plug or electrical outlet, or like forgot to run the plumbing to a certain area. I mean, there's so much detail that goes into designing a house. It's just extraordinary to think how many people, how much money goes into making something like this. And then maybe also an interesting case study to say what could you have done with this money instead. Maybe one day they'll make like a museum out of it, just some place the public could come visit so they could see. I think what would be best is to make a hotel or like Airbnb. So then more than just one person gets to enjoy, or one family would get to experience that. I can only imagine what they would charge for one night at a stay at this Airbnb. $5 million for one night. Maybe. No, it would probably be $100,000 for one night. I don't know. It's hard to say. He was going into the explaining of the toilets are $5,000 a piece, and there's say 100. That would be 50,000. Is that 50,000? No, that's yeah, 50,000. Let me do the math. 500,000 in toilets alone. How? I can't even imagine that. Oh, I got that right. Wouldn't it be? No, it'd probably be half of that. Probably 200,000 in just toilets because I was doing 79 instead of 49. So yeah, probably rounding up to probably 55 or 60 toilets in there. Anyway, yeah. Well, I'm sure they got a discount for buying so many of them. I have to say, too, that I am glad in a way that I don't have to show homes like this because, one, I don't have to be involved in that type of world where people with that kind of money and spending that kind of money, I just don't know how it would feel. It's because I can't relate. Only someone with massive money could relate. I mean, I am like poverty brokey, even though like where I live and how I live, right, and I feel comfortable and decent, but if I were to go out there, I mean, I would be nothing. I mean, I couldn't buy the driveway of that place. That's really when you understand the scales of wealth that exist out there in the world. It is unbelievable. There's another unbelievable. Certain things just evoke that thought in my mind. I mean, I know it's real in my mind. I know it exists. I know it's real, but because it is just it's so beyond what my own lifestyle is and what my own world is. That's why I think the word unbelievable, like I rarely say the word unbelievable. I bet if you watch back most of my videos, you probably don't even see, you probably never heard me say it, but in this video I've said it like 100 times because that's what this evokes. That is the master closet. Plenty of room for clothes and shoes. This is the master bedroom. And that's with all the windows open. I mean, it just looks like you're living outside. The master bed. Those walls behind the beds are also cool. Got a little living room in your master bedroom. Yes, the size of this master bedroom is bigger than my entire house because it encompasses so much. That's also part of the master bedroom. I would also count this outdoor living part. Look at the pool. The pool has it is a glass pool, so the walls are glass. I would not swim in that. If that broke, you would fall out with the water, I think. I mean, it's again, when I look at that, I think about the unbelievable cost of maintaining those pools, just those pools every day, just cleaning those every single day. They're now on the rooftop terrace. It's got a putting green up there for golf. But look at the views from the roof. That's really that's what money can buy. People do like views. I mean, even me, like I've got clients that require like a pond view. They want to live on a pond, and but I just think compared to these views, it's crazy. So yeah, we're I think I think we're wrapping up here. So I'm not sure if they're gonna show the guest house. I don't think. he's, oh yeah, no, I know he goes over to this other side. I mean, your roof is living space. That's the advantage of flat roofs, but the challenge would be if you ever had a leak, they would have to take up that decking and find the leak underneath the decking. I mean, that's what I'm telling you about the cost of taking care of a place like that or rehabbing. You imagine if you ever had to put a roof on that thing, how unbelievable difficult it would be. I mean, it seems like a city. I mean, yeah. What do you think, folks? Would you want to live like that? Could you live like that? Pearl likes it here. You can hear her snoring, I'm sure. I think we're going to wrap it up. They're just doing a little recap of showing some exciting shots of that house. That's it. Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop my part of the video here. And yes,